Okay, well, I'd gotten this far opening the package for another unboxing video, and I accidentally sent the phone flying, so since I don't think that would be a pleasant experience for you viewers, I'm just starting from here. You can imagine me slipping this knife under and cutting. So anyway, today we have a heavily bubble wrapped. The package really was definitely bulging, so that's impressive. But a heavily bubble wrapped and shoved in there Greek Aryballos, just a sort of perfume vessel. This one dating to probably around the, don't need my address, probably around the 5th century BCE. And these were commonly given to athletes at the end of a sport, particularly to the winners, of course, or to the deceased as grave goods. Yes, I am most impressed with the amount of bubble wrap. They must get quite the deal. This is some nice, it's thin, but it's definitely cushy. Try to get the camera to focus. And focus here. Yep, nice and cushy, much like bubble wrap. Some plastic foam stuff. And this must be the base. Actually, this is an excellent way to wrap something by folding these ears in. I'm guessing these were folded like this too. I'm kind of paying attention to the video more than what I'm actually doing here. But I haven't had any Greek pottery before. So when I saw this, which feels surprisingly heavy, oh my, that, my dear friend, is incredibly heavy. Hang on a second. Well, I can't be sure. No, actually, I can be sure. I can see the bottom. I'm sure you can't. Okay. But I can be sure that this is not full of dirt. Because I can see the bottom and some root marks. Always a good sign. At least it looks like that anyway. But this little pot weighs almost 9 ounces. Let's try not to touch the glaze, and that's actually what sold me on this. This is still with glaze, original bluish gray. Now, obviously, most of it has fallen off. So you can see just the residue of the glaze left in this side. But on this side, we have a large amount of a wonderful glaze. I am very impressed with the preservation of this piece, considering that it is about 2,500 years old, give or take a few centuries. Around the 5th century, they started making these really oblong, either vertically or horizontally. They were more globular too. This one's pretty stout and way heavier than what I would ever expect something this small to be. This must not have held much perfume. It must just be mostly clay. You can tell that it's clay. You can see the pores and stuff. and it would be awfully hard to carve it in the interior if it were not clay. Nice incised marks there. Kind of afraid to even touch it with anything. Now you may be wondering, why aren't you wearing white gloves? You know, a lot of museums are actually no longer wearing white gloves. Nowadays, a lot of them want you to handle it with your bare hands just really well cleaned. Because the white gloves, the microscopic fibers, can pick off a lot of those tiny fragments that are just barely adhering to the surface, like you can see with this flaking glaze. Now, I don't think this one's in imminent need of any sort of conservation work. It is definitely a well-built, solid vessel. Like, I definitely would say the Greeks are masters of this craft. But as long as I keep it away from a lot of contact, a lot of vibration, and humidity, it should be pretty good to last another 2,500 years, I hope. So that's this unboxing video. And I can't wait to put it in my cabinet over there.